Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Aries. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting April 5th, 2021. And remember, we are doing double pass readings now, so you're actually going to get 2 themes or 2 events, depending on how it shows up for you, for each category. And for those of you part of my Patreon, thank you for being a Patreon supporter. The bonus weekly astrology video is going to be up just at the end of Saturday, so make sure you check that out as well. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology that is going to be giving a bit of a big boost to everyone throughout the course of this next 3 weeks? Well, as of today, the 3rd of April, that's when I'm recording this, we have Mercury moved into your sign, Aries, where, he's going to be for about the next 2.5 to 3 weeks. And wherever Mercury goes, we have this big push in speed. It is the planet that speeds up developments for everything and everyone, in that area of the chart. It also opens up lines of communication, and we start to see things develop in a much more, not only expedient way, but things starting to go through a bit of a reality correction to get back on the right path. With this occurring in your first house, your sign, this is going to be a time where you're noticing a lot of constructive fixes going on with a lot of processes that you have walked into April with. Now, some of these constructive fixes are going to be picking up the pace quite a bit, and you may feel a little bit rushed at times, but that is also because Mercury is actually also working on getting things that you don't need to be carrying into the rest of this month over with, right? The unnecessary baggage, the busy work, the BS, and also speeding up the development of things that maybe have been taking too long to get started, or things that may have just been having a really hard time sharing all of that space on your calendar. Mercury is also giving you his wildcard blessing. He's in your sign. And so you can also start speeding up developments with anything that you want, right? Whenever a planet is in our sign, we apply its blessing. What do you want to speed up? What do you want to move forward? What do you want to pick up the pace? It's a time to really be putting that into action, participating with your horoscopes. That's, again, being in mastery, and allowing that to go and serve you. As we get onto your cards with what's going on with this week in particular, well, your spiritual themes are the 7 of Wands reversed and the King of Pentacles upright. So with the 7 of Wands reversed, this is going to be a big week for a lot of you to do that big sorting. Where are we fighting the wrong battles? Where are we maybe going uphill? Where are things maybe just not necessarily too hard to be worth it, but maybe too hard to actually be successful, too difficult. Now, when I say too hard to be successful, I don't mean anything that takes effort should be quit, right? That is a stock, crap, charlatan, pop way of doing the personal development thing that really got popular the last 10 years. No, some things do take real effort. It's not about that. But where things may be being made harder than they should be, where are things more difficult than they absolutely need to be, then is absolutely crucial. Is that where things are slowing up? Is that where things are maybe, not getting to be the best they could be? Where's too much energy being applied to the wrong place? This is going to be a week for doing a lot of corrections there. We've also got the King of Pentacles, and this is about increasing the value of everything that is going on around you and putting all of that energy, especially when we take the excess away from that which doesn't need it, deserve it, or warrant it, into things that are actually already starting to show their worth, their gold, and start to actually become not only more profitable in a material way, but also start to have this profound atmospheric effect, this environmental influence of also raising up everything around it, because the King of Pentacles does that. The King of Pentacles energy is all about increasing the value, increasing the vibration, increasing the light quotient, if you will, of everything that the King of Pentacles touches, so that it becomes the best version of itself. And that's what a big part of this week is going to be about for you as well. As we get onto your material shifts with your work, your job, your finances, anything to do with your professional and financial priorities, well, you've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups upright. It does look like you will be dropping something that is showing signs of either going nowhere or maybe actually being harder than it really should be, something that has actually become an unnecessary expense or liability. It may be a little bit heartbreaking because it might be something that you wish could actually have a chance, but it looks like just from the ground level, its fundamental components are not going to actually get us there. And with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we may also be unburdening ourselves from something that has actually been a bit of a resource vacuum, a bit of an energy vacuum in our lives. As we get onto the King of Cups, somebody's actually going to be really lifting you up this week as well, because the King of Cups, you have an ally showing up in your either your professional life or your financial life. This could be somebody that is actually using some of their own power, some of their own clout, the respect, and the resources that they already have to be used at your disposal. Now, this could be something that they do. They stick their neck out for you. They take you under their wing. And all of a sudden, they are really pushing you forward for a big new opportunity. This also does look like something that could even do some healing or some smoothing over of some cracks or some, rough edges that have been difficult to navigate as it relates to a professional or financial matter. But this person is definitely coming in to save the day, because the King of Cups, he is a lover, not a fighter, but he also has the love of the people that matter or that are most influential in this situation as well. It might not be a he, but, I'm talking about a king. As we get on to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, right? The guys, the girls, family, we've got the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Strength card upright. Now, with the Five of Pentacles reversed, I am seeing that there may actually be something going on where you are actually having some kind of assistance come to you through somebody in your community that is actually going to be offering to fill a void in your life, or of whether this is a void that's been there for some time or something that has been recently made. Of course, that depends on what's going on in your own personal life. We all have individual journeys. But with the Five of Pentacles reversed, they are actually going out of their way to make sure that you are getting something that you have been working without, doing without, that would make a lot of life way more easy if you actually had it. At the Strength card, I'm also seeing a profound healing or rebonding going on. I'm not sure if this is with the same friend or relative, the same person, or this is somebody else, but I'm actually seeing a completely new relationship getting born that is actually going to be multifaceted. This is actually strengthening an existing connection by either closing a distance between you or healing some kind of rift, or healing some kind of, let's just say some weirdness that could have come between you. Because with the Strength card, this is actually an opportunity to set up a new long-term trend with this person where you're both enriching each other's lives quite consistently. And, this person may actually even be promoted to BFF status, or at least get to your personal round table, or maybe rejoin that round table if they were in the past. As we get on to your challenges, you've got the King of Swords upright and the Seven of Swords upright. So With that King of Swords upright, this is a week where, we have to pay attention to where sometimes emotional attachments or emotional narratives that have run wild or maybe been in charge of our lives in some way, or in charge of certain stories, in charge of certain priorities, certain pursuits, are actually the reason they are suffering, are actually the reason that they are not getting anywhere, that they actually are not living the life that they should be. And with the King of Swords as a challenge, I'm actually seeing for a lot of you Aries people, it's going to be time to make some tough calls. We can't, if we're working on the highest interest of all concerned, then we have to really do that. It can't be the highest interest of, insecurities, or the highest interest of never feeling an unpleasant emotion again, or the highest interest of coddling. And you are going to have to make some tough calls this week. But I do feel that, because this is also allowing for the clearing of a lot of the unnecessary expenses with that Seven of Pentacles reversed and that Seven of Wands reversed, it is going to be shown to be worth it in the end. But we might have to do things that make people uncomfortable, and especially if it's something that people have maybe turned into a bit of a safety blanket that they themselves may be in denial about it being no good for them. Your other challenge with the Seven of Swords is also indicating that there is going to be a need to pay attention to where something is not actually being handled in a lot of people that you've got coming in this week are going to be helping you out, really serving you in a big way. But I am sensing that some folks that maybe you've had as part of your cadre, as part of your support system, are just not necessarily right for the role that you have given them. And with the Seven of Swords, we're going to be finding out about either, things that we have been maybe tricking ourselves over, or things where people have been misrepresenting or overestimating their role, or overestimating how much good they actually do for us. Because with the Seven of Swords, I'm actually seeing here, it's kind of like our challenge is to pay attention to who has snuck into a space that they don't belong when it comes to a matter very important to us. And we have to look and see. All of these really good, strong characters are showing up for us this week. Time to pay attention to who is pretending to be a strong character, but is kind of just there, or maybe even a hindrance. As we get onto your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Ten of Swords upright and the Moon reversed. Now, with the Ten of Swords upright, I am seeing a lot of you Aries people maybe actually having to face a situation that needs to actually brought to an abrupt end as it relates to a romantic matter. This could actually be even something from the past, something that we've maybe carried on for a very long time with a partner, or maybe even old business from an ex-partner. But with the Ten of Swords, it's something that's got to be cut off. It's got to be punctuated, a harsh end to a harsh situation. That's important to remember. With the Ten of Swords reversed, it was never okay. It was never healthy. It was just something that was being perpetuated. And with the Seven of Wands reversed and the King of Swords, it may be hard to do that, because some people, depending on where they are, can recognize when something's toxic or dysfunctional or unhealthy, and yet in a very ballsy and very ignorant way still say they don't care. You're going to have to make some tough calls, for the best relationship life possible, best romantic life possible. Some of you may even be turning down somebody that you've been seeing more casually or more recently. However, with the Moon card reversed, we are also seeing a lot of secrets getting unveiled during this week. And a lot of you may also be finding out about some really cool shifts for you and a partner to make a pivot with your relationship with. Because with the Moon card reversed, information's coming out. Partners could be finding out about certain secrets. We might be finding out of secret ways or hidden ways or shortcuts to big goals, or to maybe even solve certain challenges we've been dealing with as a family, or in our as a couple. For those of you who are currently single and available, a lot of you may be also finding out about somebody that may actually finally make themselves known, kind of stepping back or stepping out of the shadows and maybe even confessing some secrets about maybe some interest or some feelings or some chemistries with you. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, also, just in case, this can also indicate somebody that may have been kind of watching, as just a friend, or maybe even lurking a little bit on a dating website or whatever. But it does look like an unveiling is going on this week. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can always go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.